Why don't you sell it at the same price as discount and keep your customer? Don't tell me how to run my business, he said. You focus on the sales. You focus on the repairs and I'll focus
fixing the
sales.
stuff, yeah.
At that stage, my son Richard was born. 17 months later, my daughter Lucy was born. We were in the same conversation. And he said to me, if you think your ideas are going to work, why don't you start your own business?
Boom, again.
That was the next switch. I went back to Margaret, 2 children. Lucy had just been born. Richard was for 18 months at that stage. Going to start my business. She says, great timing. 2 years ago, we didn't have a house. Now we've got a house. We've got 2 children. I'm not working. You want to stop working and we've got 900 Rand in the bank. I said, that'll be enough. So we started with 900 Rand, 300 Rand rental, 300 Rand electricity. And because I'd been working, and there are a lot of fly-by-nights in the industry that go to a person's house, pick up a fridge, say they're going to repair it and never return it. So I didn't want to have that type of reputation. I wanted to have integrity. So I had invoice books with my number on it, my address on it, so people could find me if they needed to find me.
Your home address?
No. We hired premises for 300 Rand a month, yeah. So
yes.
that's how we started, slowly. And then 4 people who worked at the old company came up on the Monday I started.
At Ear, the ones who worked at Ear?
Yeah, that worked with me.
Yes.
Came up on the Monday and said they want to work for me. I had to pay them on that Friday. Biggest commitment I've ever made in my life. I had no money. I knew I had to work like hell to get the money in to pay them on that Friday. And I did. And the next Friday. And the next Friday. But I said to them that I'm going to be at the shop doing repairs. One guy's going to carry my toolbox. One guy's going to stand. If I bring a washing machine for repair, he's going to strip the washing machine for me. One guy's going to fix irons and kettles and toasters. And one's going to drive if we need him. But when I'm out and a customer comes in, you've got to learn to speak to them nicely. Thank you for bringing your washing machine in. You don't answer the phone by saying hello. You answer the phone by saying, hello, this is Hirsch's Electrical Repairs. And, just basics that represent me when I wasn't there. And when you return a customer's washing machine or fridge, it's got to be as clean as it was when they bought it. Don't send it back dirty. Don't think we're dirty. So it was just the basics we taught them. And they grew and the business grew. And Margaret would come in at night and do all my inverse voices and paperwork for me. And we'd bring the kids in, put them in cots in the workshop while I did repairs. So it was good days, I must say. Eh?
So in the beginning, obviously, you started off fixing appliances.
Correct.
When did you transition into retailing them?
When I was at a customer's house and a washing machine wasn't worth repairing, I'd say the discounters are selling this machine at 299 Rand, whatever it was in those days. I said, I can get you a machine at the same price. And I'll bring it today.
Was that the first time?
The first time, yeah.
You sold the washing, you still remember?
Yeah. It was a Defy washing machine.
Do you remember the customer's name?
No, I can't remember that.
Yeah.
299 Rand. I went to a discounter, I bought it, went to the warehouse, picked it up, went to the customer's house, took the shipping braces out, put it into position, connected up, showed them how to use the machine, and they paid me 299 Rand. And I lost money because I wasted half my day was driving around. But I got a phone call. You got my auntie a fridge, can you get me one? You got my auntie a washing machine.
Because that customer told other people.
Yeah. And so it slowly started. And for 2 years, suppliers wouldn't give me an account because I had no credit record. And after 2 years, they gave me an account. And you could buy something, sell it, and pay for it after 30 days. So I wasn't using my money to pay for it. I was using the customer's money to pay for it. And that's when the business changed. And
do you think, when I listen to your story, right, I don't know if you're a person of faith or you believe in God.
I believe in God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that even the dyslexia that people said you had, God intentionally gave it to you so that you can find your path?
It was a gift, definitely a gift. At first I thought it was garbage I was pulling around with me, and I opened it up and it was a wonderful gift. But you got to realize when you're dyslexic, you start to think laterally, left and right, left and right, left and right. There's a solution. I've got to find it quick. Because when I was at school and I was had to write an essay, or I had to find the words I could spell to tell the story. So my mind was doing this the whole time. Find a solution, find a solution, find a solution. And you ask yourself questions and you get answers.
And how do you think it helped you manage other people? Like you started with the 4 guys that left the other company.
Communication is right. Don't shout at them if they do something wrong. Explain to them what you want done. So you've got to communicate and say, this is how I want it done. A very important lesson I learned many, many years later is that, Mark Sham?
Mark Sham, yes. I know Mark Sham, yes.
I went to a talk of his, and he had a talker from America who was a journalist, and he'd interviewed the best people in the world, and he said, find somebody in the audience you don't know, and you're going to ask them a question, they're going to ask you a question. And he says, ask them, why is their best friend their best friend? And I asked this guy, and he said, because we grew up together, and we think alike, and we enjoy the same types of things. So I said, okay. And then the next question was, ask me, what's the best lesson your mother ever taught you? And I thought, chocolate cheesecake. She taught me how to make chocolate cheesecake. And then I thought, when I was a young boy of 7 or 8 living in Johannesburg, my mother would, on a Saturday morning, lie in bed and say, get up, and because I'm Jewish, I must go to synagogue.
Yes.
And I thought, well, why didn't she come with me? And then I realized that taught me to be a leader, not to tell other people what to do, to lead from the front and others follow.
Wow. So I'm gonna pause it there a little bit because I want to speak to these guys on the camera that are watching. I've got a question for you. What are the things that you can think of that your mother or your father or anyone else that said to you that might have looked negative, but that actually could have sparked something for you to start on your journey of life? Or when you look back, something that's positive, that when you look back has actually transitioned you to where you are now. Now, if you're watching and you love the work that we do, you love our guests, please remember to support the work by buying the book. It's more than just money. It is the reason we are able to head out and look for quality guests that are able to sit with us and give you good quality information that you can apply in your own life. Now, when you look at all the things that form part of the ingredients, so to say,